I know. Lolly. Who thinks they could spell lolly with lines? Duck hands. How many do you think for duck hands first? For lolly.
L-O-L-Y.
Good try.
I can do it a different way.
You think four? Should be duck hands? Ooh. Oh. Now the li at the end is just an O and an E joined together, so we just split them. So ooh, O, ooh, E. Who can come and do the line on the board? What's your name?
Ryan, you've been doing excellent.
So we don't do the letters, we do what it sounds like. So Ryan, even though it's probably me. So what was the word? Lolly. So can you do E? Oh, but you don't need to do the letters, you're just going to do the lines. E. Fantastic. And so we know that we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath. And this is spelling with lines. So can you put a 1 there? Was a beautiful 1.
Make sure you're watching, boys.
And put a 3 there. And put a 4 there. Oh, all E. Give them a clap. Brilliant, fantastic. Who can tell me very quickly
Good boy.
which sound sits on number 3?
Have a look. Sounds
Don't
it's
call
on
out,
number
just put your
3.
hand up. Don't call out, just put your hand up. Which sound goes on number 3? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, you see, if you switch off, I'm going to choose you. So are you ready? All E's. What's the sound? So what's the sound? Listen. All E. What was the sound on number 3? Listen again. Are you ready? All E. What's the sound on number 3? That's not the sound. What's the sound on number 3?
Oh, good
Wow,
boy.
fantastic! So we should forget the letter names, we're just doing the sounds because we need to teach the aliens. E. It's a what's the first one? What's the last one? Now, do you know in about 3 weeks when I go the last one, they're going to go E because they'll be so fast. So we need to know the sounds. I don't mind if you can spell the word, that's brilliant. But I need to know if you know that's E. The last one. Okay, so what's the last one?
Oh,
Now,
good
just
guy.
before we do more writing,
Liz, set up, get up, zig and zog.
the aliens are in there.
oh, good. We love the aliens. Oh, let me find you another one. Come on, quick, just choose one or I'll choose one for you. Hold on.
I've read 3 books.
Have you read 3 books? Oh. So that one.
Don't slip.
Let's have a look.
Don't slip. Don't slip.
Wait, go back again. Now just check if that is slip.
Spit.
Try again. You're doing so well because you're trying to follow the sounds. Super.
Spill.
Yes, spill, don't spill. Well done. Can you read it for me?
Nick hide in the bed.
Read another one. Wow. Have you finished a book?
Yes.
Get another one quick. I'll come back to you. Amazing. Can you read any of it?
Snip, snip, trim, trim. Rain is glad to have flow.
Wow. You finished the book. Go and find another one. Can you read for me?
Frank and Breath cannot see in the dump thump. Breath and Frank jump up.
Keep going.
That thump is a rich branch
Well done.
that hit the tent, says Frank. Breath thinks I wish I was in my bed.
Amazing. Come on, I want to see everybody having a go. If you don't think you can read the book, go and find one that you think you can read. They're all over there, so just go and swap it.
Where do you put the book?
Just over there. Just swap it for another one. Can you read for me?
Well, but the smell was a thick elf, and Frank smelt the stick.
The stink. Oh my goodness, fantastic.
Plums,
Are you going to go and find another book?
plums land on top of Viv. Viv gets a hug and a bag of plums.
Oh, go and find another book for me. What's that one called?
But in the sun.
What's it called?
But in the sun.
What in the sun? Are you sure? Just have a little check. Just check that first word.
Bun in the
Bun
sun.
in the sun, that's right, because what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we really check every single letter, every single sound pick so we can read it. So bun in the sun, have you read it or are you just about to read it?
I'm about to.
Oh, you're about to read it. Start reading it then.
Pick and kick said on a log. King and Pick had fun. A loaf on a rug. Hug a big fat bun. Let's use. Does that say use? Us run and get the bun.
Right, now hold on a second. Now this time I'm going to just check that we didn't miss anyone out. So what did you think that was?
Let.
Or add.
Lad.
You see, if you follow the sounds, you know the word. So a lad on a...
Rug.
Yes, had a...
Big fat bun.
Fantastic, brilliant. 2 more minutes, let's have a look. Wow, did anyone find a really hard one? Should I get some really hard ones out? Oh my goodness, I wonder if we're going to be able to read them. Oh, let's have a look. What about chit chat?
Let's sound it out.
Nap.
Good boy.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Wow. There's some more. There's some more books there.
Harder one?
Might be, I think so.
It's only 11. And Zog got up.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Wow.
And Zog
These are harder ones.
Oh, fantastic. Go and read it.
had
Let's have a look at this one.
hit
Good boy.
Wow,
well
well
done.
done.
a
So just follow the sound.
bun
Oh,
Boy.
amazing.
on the bin.
Good boy. Well done. He hid the bun on the bin.
The dog had to get the bun.
Perfect.
Oh, don't worry. Can you read some of it for me? Oh, thank you. Which one? Are you going to read this one for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bun is on the pot.
Brilliant. Pam is on the pot. What's the next one?
A nap on the mat.
Brilliant. Oh, amazing.
This meant, yeah, the dog. So he's the dog.
Who hasn't read one to me?
I haven't. Not to you.
Oh, not to me. Show me. Oh, can you read that one?
This one
You choose one to read to me. Oh, it does look interesting. It looks like elf dust. Elf dust.
got the map. Man has got the hat on. Hop on the map, man.
Brilliant.
Man taps the hob. The hob. Tap, tap, tap. the big pot. Tap the can. The can is in the big bin.
You are wow. Do you read at home?
Tap.
Can you read one for me?
No.
Which one? Which one do you want to read? It's up to you.
Cat is on his mat.
Bob is not well. Oh no, I wonder what's wrong with Bob.
Bob the cat was not well. Yes, I can tell he is ill. Bob can fit in a box. It is his bed. I will get him a rug. Bob did not fuss. I can't tell he is not well. I will mix milk in a cup.
That's brilliant.
I will fix
Who haven't I heard?
Punk the skunk.
Oh, a skunk! I bet it does smell. Can you read one to me? Oh, thank you. Where are you going to start from? You start from the beginning? Oh, the clock.
At 6 o'clock, Mum checks the clock. At 8 o'clock, the kids want to get the bus.
Oh, wow.
At 11 o'clock, Josh is in the sandpit with his truck.
Brilliant.
At 12 o'clock, Josh has a snack. The kids get back at 4 o'clock
grab a book, darling.
and have a snack. At 5 o'clock, Mum has a rest.
Ah, you've read the whole book. High five. Amazing. Has anybody not read to me on the video? Oh, have you? Oh, can you read one for me? Oh, brilliant. What's this? At the vet. Oh no, he looks like he needs to go to the vet. He's got the bandage on him. Oh. So what's it called? At the vet. Oh. I can't hear you and I need to see that at the same time.
Is hurt.
Good try. So Dan is sad. Meg, his dog, got hit. Hit. A van hit Meg in the fog. Oh no! You keep reading. Have you read one to me? Yes, I just did it upside down. Okay, I think one more that I haven't got on time. I think the only person I haven't got, if I haven't got you on film and I haven't got you on film, can I video you reading? Because it's so fantastic. Two more and then we're finished.
Oh, is it going to film me?
Have I filmed you yet? Yes, I have, because you did brilliant reading. Okay, which one are you reading? The Stink?
The stink.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you going to film me?
I've already filmed you. You were fantastic.
Oh, yeah. In the tent in the camp. Alf and Frank slept well.
Oh, brilliant.
The smell was a stink. Alf and Frank smelled this
Fantastic. Can you read nice and loud for me? What's that one called?
Ken gets wet.
Brilliant.
Ken gets wet. It was wet. Ken got his Mac.
Yeah, Mac, well done.
Ken had to zip his Mac up.
Brilliant.
Ken
Okay, so you all need your name on the top of your sheet.
to the log.
Brilliant. Thanks, honey.
Oh, well done.
I think I've got everybody. Did I get everybody?
No, don't shake. Walk around and pop it on the carpet. Number 4 was spin. Number 5 was dance. Number 6 was sandpit.
Make sure you put your name on it so we know whose beautiful work it is.
What's number 7?
After sandpit is hill.
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 Hill. I'm going up the hill. Don't fall.
Grass.
Grass.
grass was very green after the rain? There is grass.
Grass? And if you're not sure, just put a smiley face again, just so we know you've missed that one out.
Some of the grass is gentle.
Gentle.
Must be gentle with new babies. Gentle.
What's your name?
Alfie.
Where's it say Alfie? Oh, it's at the top. Oh, well done. Oh, I can't see the sheet. Hold on, where is it?
Gentle.
I can't actually see a piece of... Oh, there it is. Gentle.
I didn't even see the reflection.
Hold it over so no one copies.
Fast. Next one is huff. You said you will huff and blow your house down. Huff.
Huff. Huff.
That's number 10. Huff is number
What's after half?
Huff. I'll huff and I'll puff. Huff.
What's after glass?
Huff. Huff.
grass. Gentle.
Oh, sorry, gentle.
Sorry, darling, I thought you were up with me. Gentle, and then huff.
What's the next one?
And the next one is ducks.
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 Quack, quack.
Ducks.
I thought we were going down.
Pardon?
I thought we were going down, down, down. Doesn't matter.
And the next one,
Ducks. I've got my ducks in a row.
Dog.
Dog.
Puppy's What's so funny?
Because it went like that. Made me laugh. I've got 3 dogs. Do you know one of them is a spelling dog?
Whip.
Whip.
What?
The cowboy used the whip.
Number 13.
Yes, if you're naughty, we'll get the whip out.
And it'll kill me.
It's hidden in the cupboard. Whip.
And so whip your head.
Dolphin. Dolphin.
Is it your favourite?
Animal.
It's one of my favourites. Just do it however you want. Doesn't matter if we're right or wrong. Dolphin.
Dolphin. Do your best sounding.
Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Oh, the dog.
This is dolphins.
Still the one. Just put the sounds that you can hear.
However you
Next
think.
one is Few.
Few. I had a few lollies and my teeth fell out.
Oh, really? Toe. I kicked my toe. 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 Few. Few.
Did I look at you then?
Few.
Few.
Few. And then toe.
Fewer.
Fewer.
Pure gold.
Ring was made of pure gold. Pure. It's a strange word, isn't it? Pure.
Like food.
Well, not really. It's got a put at the beginning. It hasn't got an ooh at the end. Do you know I've got a poem about a kangaroo having a poo at the zoo? I'll read it to you in a minute.
Dare. Don't you dare go out without a hat.
Don't you dare.
Play on the old.
Dare. Bailey.
Bear. It's a deer. Oh.
Pure.
Cake.
What's number 18? Fake?
Dare. Dare. And then cake.
Cake. Some deer animal.
Next one is
Amelia.
athlete.
I love that name.
What's number 9?
athlete. After
Athlete.
Kate was
My
athlete.
sister had an athlete foot.
Athlete.
Oh, my
Athlete,
sister.
You do lots of training.
My sister had an athlete's foot.
What's an athlete anyway?
An athlete is somebody who runs or who's very fast and very sporty. My son's an athlete.
Oh yeah, I am too.
No, do you know my son?
I am.
Are you? Do you know my son? Nobody's ever beaten him
Athlete.
other in the whole of the Gold Coast for running.
Go for a hike through the bush.
Hike.
Hike.
Hike. Hike. What rhymes? Hike and bite. That's so good because you know how much rhyming we're going to be doing this term. I think of poems all the time and I want you to as well.
Note.
Note.
Then hen.
Notebook, yes.
Number 22. When is it lunchtime?
Nearly done.
You're doing very well. We won't normally just be sitting like this. We're just flute.
Really?
Number 24. What's the last one?
Could you just write flute for me again so your teacher can just see me write you write flute? Just write it just there. Just watch the explanation.
What's the scissors for?
You only do one letter correctly there. So we will do the letter formation phrases and whatever. So otherwise it'll just slow them down for writing. Oh, is there one more? Oh, that's it! Amazing! Oh, brilliant! Right, so pass yours this way. Can you make sure they don't stamp? Did you do? Oh, you did do it. Well done. So stamp only once. Only once. You did it, Sam. Yes. Sam, well done.
I did it.
Are you ready? Who can do?
Ready, listen.
Let's get a winner this time. Are you ready? Who can do? Pet. Stop it. Yes. Well done. Pet. Wow. Who can do? Who can do? Get some space. You got no space. Spread them out. Who can do? Who can do din? No, not on them. Just do it with these. That's it. Din. Did you do din?
Din.
Din. I'm going to make a
Make sure
din.
it's din, not den. Din.
Yes, din. Now this is the time to bring out the king. Oh, that's lovely just there.
You don't have an eye.
Do you know what? I'm just going to show. I'm going to speak the speech sound king.
We only have a J.
No, that's an I, sweetheart. It's an I. If it was a J, it would go the other way.
If it's a J, it goes the other way. Oh, look at this. You see, we're all rhyming. Could you just video the king for a second? If I just explain what he is.
The king.
Oh.
I saw that on Victoria.
The king is very special. Do you know why? He created the whole of the dictionary. He knows every single word in the English language. And sometimes, and he's actually from, where do you think he's from?
England.
He's from England. And where?
I'm from.
Are you from England? So am
My
I.
parents are from England.
Alfie spent his whole holidays in England.
Who went to England?
Alfie.
My parents.
7 weeks travelling in England.
Wonderful. Now this is the king.
And he speaks like this because he's from England. And he speaks very properly. So if he was to say din, he would say din. Do it din. And he tells us, and he uses this to point sometimes. He points to things, but he helps us. Because sometimes when we're not sure how to say things, oh, look at his mouth moves. But he's very special. Now we need really at some point to make a throne for him. Where should we put him that's very special, that everyone really looks after him?
What's that?
Where should we put him? In the classroom? Because he's going to live here. Where should we put him? We might even have to get him a special chair.
I think we're going to have to get him a special
I think
chair.
we might need to get him a special chair. A special he knows how to
Or we could sit up there.
do you know what? Do you know, because he loves books, I might get him to sit there.
We should get him a throne for near our
I
bookshelf.
think so.
Maybe we all where's his legs? Where's his legs?
He doesn't need legs. Put your hand up. Are you ready for the next one? Now this time I'm listening for who stamps first. And you've got to do it before you stamp it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You're going to do it with the letters, with the sound pics. And I call these sound pics, and these pictures are speech sounds. What's that a picture of? What's the sound? Picture of speech. Yes, so that's a picture of So if I say what's the picture of? It's a picture of Yes, he's got a name, he's M. But it's a picture of We've got to do that. So I don't want to hear that's T. What do I want to hear? Yes, fantastic. The word is spin. Spin.
Spin.
Spin.
Oh, good girl, Shiori. Shiori was very
You
fast.
guys are amazing.
That's right.
Oh, what's happened, Zion? Are they blowing, sweetheart?
Oh, are they blowing off? Now, do these wonderful children go out to play at 11?
They do.
Okay. Right, so I want to do one more thing quickly. Hold on, we're going to do...
Don't have a clock.
Okay, right, now this is the very last activity, and we're going to try and do it before playtime, so we've done all our stuff and we've finished all our stuff. Because tomorrow we've only got a short session, because I think you go to PE or music or whatever, yeah? And then we can really start, because what I need to do is we're going to end up, when I come in, we're going to have 4 stations. We're going to have a green station, a purple station, and a yellow station, and a blue station. Well, do you know what we have to work out? Because everybody's going to start on the green station, but the aim is to see who can get to the blue station. And to get to the blue station, you just got to know certain things or whatever, but we're all going to go through. Oh, am I keeping you up? Right, so, are you ready on your piece of paper? You can just carry on the piece of paper you've got at the moment. Have you got your name on it?
Yep.
Who doesn't have a piece of paper?
Anybody?
Because some of you were sharing. Has everyone got a piece of paper?
Okay, so just another piece of paper. Okay, now I'm going to say this quite quickly. Just write whatever you think it is. And if you don't get time to finish it all, it doesn't matter. Okay?
So get ready to write.
Number 1. The ant sat in the pan. So go onto a blank piece, go onto a blank.
Just turn it over.
Yeah,
Yep.
turn it over. Yep, so write what I just said. The ant sat in the pan.
Okay, so write that. The ant sat in the
The
pan.
ant sat in the pan. That's the whole sentence. The ant sat in the pan. There you go. A nice clean one. Whatever you want. The ant sat in the pan. You want to do quick. And don't worry if you don't finish it.
And put your name at the top, please.
Just put whatever bits. If you only know how to do the, just do the. If you know how to do the whole thing, do the whole thing. If you heard the ant sat in the pan and you only know how to do pan, then just put pan.
Put your name at the
Okay,
top.
the next sentence. So do this one to underneath. The sentence is, Stan sat in the sand pit. Stan sat in the sand pit. Stan sat in the sand pit. Don't look to anybody else's. I'd rather you put nothing at all and me know that that's yours. Because we're all just starting off and we're going to learn how to do all of these.
Put your name at the
quickly.
top. Put
So
your name
Stan
at the top.
sat in the sand pit.
It's on the other side.
Oh, it's right.
There.
Okay, the next one. Don't worry if you haven't finished, it doesn't matter.
So try and write as many of those words you can.
The frog giggled.
What?
What? Fit frog giggled.
So
Don't
see you
worry. Oh,
Whoa,
don't worry.
don't worry.
The fit frog giggled.
Oh.
The fit frog giggled. The fit frog giggled. The fit frog giggled. The fit frog giggled.
That fit.
The
Don't worry
fit
about them, darling.
frog giggled. The fit frog giggled. If you can write that whole sentence, that would be brilliant. The fit frog giggled.
I did.
Can you write the fit frog giggled? Come on, go for it.
I can't really concentrate.
Oh, you can. We've only got 10 more minutes. You did so well.
You did an awesome job.
2 hours. Now, who's got their whiteboard out?
I've already got my whiteboard out.
Mary.
Mama's always out.
Why it doesn't work? Exactly.
Right, now let's see if we've got our thinking hats on. I'm going to put a word on the board. I'm going to tell you what the word is, then I'm going to ask you to write on your board the sound pick. Hold on.
Elfie.
Afraid, write the A. Afraid, write the A. So you don't need to do anything at all, but write the AI. You can work it out by writing it and underlining it and then doing it. Although if your head is already telling you, show the camera. If your head is already telling you, I know which one it is, then you can write it like that. What about? I'm going to keep going. You ready?
There's 2 A's of it. A and
But do we say afraid? Or do we say afraid? Afraid. Well done. Right, ready? Shh, no talking. Just do.
You don't talk, you just write.
E. Write the E. Quick. Night. Write the I. Jogging. Write the Jogging. Write the Jogging. Write the So if it helps you, write the word, underline it, see which one it is, and then write it. But if you can do it straight away, then just write it straight away. So it's that one, wasn't it? Happy was that one. A, afraid was that one. Night was that one. Right, ready? A. That's cake. A. So just for the camera, just for teachers who are doing this, you must say the word as well, because you can't just assume that they know what the word is. They have to know what we said. Show Marco, show the camera. It isn't sandwich. Oh. So you would write the A like. Look, yes, like athlete. That's an E. Could you please give me the th and the E in athlete? The th and the E. You have to do it before I do. It's that one, so it must be. Right, I can see you're too clever. I'm going to have to trick you.
Pig and
Anyone know that word?
Autumn. Which one? I know it still.
Everybody did it. See, I can't trick you anymore. At the beginning of this term, I'd have been able to trick you. Right, what about? Oh. Ah, where's it? Ah.
It's at the end.
Right. Where's the picture for ah?
Easy.
Mrs. Cicero, I can't trick you.
I know.
Come on, I'm going to give them a really difficult one.
How are you going, Elfie? You getting these?
Oh, I know.
If you join it up there, of course,
Okay, the first person, try and get it. Let's see. Hold it up to the camera as soon as you know what it is. And there might be a trick in this one.
I need fruit. Christmas.
Draw. Might be a trick in this one.
I think I know now.
Good girl.
That was easy.
Draw. Are you sure there's only one of them?
Oh,
chemist.
And I haven't forgotten you two are getting a poem. I'm actually doing a poem for both of you together.
Sure.
Shades.
And what about me? Oh, see, I
Where's
put
the-
it.
Right. Now, are you ready? Oh, we need to be able to see this. How do we see this?
Sorry.
You have to switch it on.
Now, let me tell you what you've got to do, because I'm going to really go. We're going to up your brain. And don't worry, because you haven't done this as much as this, so don't worry.
Yeah,
It's not
it
quite
is.
as fast as
It
this.
is, Dallas.
What's that?
Miss Emma.
Oh, is it in there, the CH?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Dallas's birthday today.
Is it your birthday today?
And it's
Did you? Oh, did everyone say happy birthday to him already?
No, yeah, we haven't done it yet.
And it's
Got
Fool's
cake.
Day. How old is it? It's Fool's Day too.
Oh, wow.
And it was my birthday last week. And it's the 1st of
Dallas, when I go home to
Oh,
lunch
dear.
tonight, I'm going to do a happy birthday song.
Do you think I'm
Say happy birthday, can I?
on YouTube?
Yeah, and I'll do you one that says happy birthday to Dallas, and anyone else's birthday who it is, you tell me, and then I'll put it up in it.
It was my birthday today. Miss Emma. Miss Emma.
Right, now can you see
Miss
this?
Emma, it was my birthday last week.
I know, and I missed it. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
wonderful.
then
Are you now 8? Oh, I thought you were 19.
What?
Right now,
She's
look what's going to happen.
Shade.
You have got to,
Mary,
for the next
bottom.
slide, follow the sound, say the word. So if it was man, at man. But then there will be some screens and you've got to really look out as quick as you can, and it might be all sorts of things. It might be, if it's the crocodile, you have to go like that. If it's the singing,
The
I can't remember what it is now. Singing something, you have to stand up and go like that. If it's it's a baby crying out, you have to do it really quickly. Right, you ready? Hold on, I have to sit with this. So you don't have to write anything, you just have to look.
So you're not writing, you're just looking. Lids on pens.
Ready? Steady.
Mary looking.
That was... Right, wait, you weren't quick enough. You weren't quick enough, right, ready? You have to go it. Follow the sound, say the word, but you've got to keep up. Ready? Steady. Oh, hold on. Stick 'em all.
Mary, you don't have to write.
Am I doing this on my own?
I feel like you are. Guys, I can't hear you.
No, Dad needs to hear you. And you have to follow the sounds because do you know what? This is the green level. You're all way past the green level. This is to show you what the facts will do. So you wait because you have to be able to do this on green. Ready?
When we say lids on pens,
So try and do the sound as well as the
you
word.
don't have to.
Circle level. Good. Gentle. Red house. Good. Eagle. Hot. Sense. Kitten. Black.
Brain
What's
maybe?
your favourite?
My one was when my one's a kitty cat.
Ow! The one you go out when they come
I
in.
like the kitty cat.
Oh, did you like the Donkey Kong?
I like the Punch
And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one of these. Wait.
That
I'm going to do one of these with all sorts of things like your high frequency words or anything at all, or even if there were some descriptive words you've been doing. You know, when you've been writing things like
Ghost. Zombie.
I put some in.
what about when we've been using words like swiftly and persuade
And
and sternly, haunted,
surreptitiously. I might do all
Envy.
sorts of funny words like fractious.
stern?
Fractious. And you've got to know what they mean as well. Oh, you might do all sorts of different ones, but your brain's got to keep up, otherwise you miss the thingamajig.
You before you get
My goodness me. Right. Now could we possibly, have you done your A3 posters today?
No, we haven't.
Okay, could we do our A3 posters? And I just want to show the camera some different things that we might do with this. Can you get your poster out? Wait, is it breakthrough time? Oh, we'll breakthrough first. If you look, I show you.
It's the UI.
It's the UI.
I knew it.
Okay, now we're quickly going to do some poster. I'm just going to show you some things that we can do on the poster. Make sure everything's rubbed out because people have still got some things crossed over. And then, when you're doing something with Mrs. Cesarago, I'm just going to take some of you, and if I say, can you come to me, you're just going to quickly come and do a thing, because you know what I'm going to find out? Something called, it doesn't really matter to anything, but I'm going to find out something called your reading age. So how old are you really?
I'm 8.
Well, we're going to find out your reading age.
7 and 6.
Oh, my goodness me. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just... Right, so on your poster, what I'd like you to do on your visual prompts is I'd like you to circle as many as you can that have got the A sound. And I also, on your board, want you to write what that A sound is, the sound pick for it. So if you had, I mean, I'm explaining this, I know you all know how to do it. Give me a word that's got an A in it. 8. Number 8, well done. So you would circle the 8 and then you would write on your board E-I-G-H. You're too clever. Okay, so find me as many, quick as you can, as many A's and as many E's as you can. Let's see who gets most A's and E's. And if you want to do it with your partner next to you, you can. If you want to help the person next to you, you can.
And you write the sound pick
Good asking.
on your board.
Paula, can you move up to next to a
So on this one,
Can you
so you're going to find anywhere, when you say them, you can
Good
be A or E. Oh, E, B. But E, B.
I think it's
Well done. Oh, wow, B.
maybe not. It's not even blue.
So it's an A.
Prestige.
Yes, prestige, yes. So which was the E in prestige?
Happy. Is it this one? In prestige.
So that's the E. That's the prestige. Now underline
This
the
one.
E. E
Write the
means
word.
athlete.
Oh, trying to film it.
Right, now let me just stop.
Which one do you think it would be?
Pick, stop.
What was this?
Mr.
Right, now hold on, I'm going to do it slightly different.
It's this one. You hear the test?
Simple shape.
This one.
alphabet.
And because you were busy,
Nope,
that's
this
not
one.
an E, that's an E.
Just that one.
So your head.
That's
your head
E-I.
got-
Just the eye.
Right, now just watch a minute. It's not going to
That's
tell me the word.
That's
It's got
good.
an A. I'm going to write the word on the board and then you're going to put it on your board. And the reason for doing that is because a lot of people have found great words and then they're not sure how to spell it. So let me help you. Right, so give me an A. Give me a word with A that you found on the original prompts. 8. There's the word. Now quickly write the A on your board.
I already written it.
Oh, another one? Another one?
In prestige E. It's really
E
tricky.
in prestige. Well done. So prestige is here.
Oh no.
And if your brain could remember it for next time, then I won't need to write it on the board. Prestige. Where's the E? Yes. Put her S to E's. Well done. Give me another word with. This time, wait. Who can find one with O sound? O sound. Have a look on your visual prompts. Look on your visual prompts.
Crow.
Crow. Mary, you are a R. Crow. So there's the word crow. Now write the O on the board.
Crow.
Toes. There it is. Now write the O on your board. Any others? Listen to the O sound. O sound. Slow. If something was going slow, write the O.
Where's snow?
Snow. Write the O. What about where it's got the note?
No.
Write the O.
I know what candies where the E is. I know what candies the E. It's in the middle.
Jelly. Yes, the jelly.
Where's jelly?
In jelly, that's got the E. Right, let me give you a tricky one this time.
Ow.
The sound we're listening for in the words is shh. Find me the word, quick. Doesn't have to be. Find me the word with shh. So look at the visual prompt. Say the word. Short. Right, which clever person can find me the sh in this one? Hold on, I'm going to give you
I know what starts with oo. Kiss. Boot.
or boo.
What about short?
Boo-hoo.
Yes, right, what about this one? You ready? Who's the first person to give me the sh in this one? And tell me what the word is.
Machine. It's
Write the sh quickly. Write the sh quickly. Show the board.
Show me, Amy.
Show the board.
Show the
Machine.
Good
Right,
girl.
watch the video.
Great job.
Who did the sh? Who did the sh? Did you do that, Ryan?
I did this.
Where's the E in machine?
Chef.
Quick, show the video.
Well done.
The E in machine.
Video. Is it this?
Which word are we doing?
Machine. The E.
I think we just discovered something else.
E. Twist. E. D-I-N-I-E.
Well, actually, either that is the E, and because with the split, sandwich, an I. That's not a machine. But actually, that's an E. Or I wonder if there's any way we could do that as an E as well. What do you think? Never thought of that before. Wow. Mrs. Esarago, that's a really interesting word, machine. Because we did straight off, we all knew what the shirt that it was actually a CH. But with machine, they all wanted to look for a blue level sandwich because it's like that. Een. And I just wondered whether we could have that as well as an I. We could have that as an E. Or it's eaten. That's something to think about. Wow. Machine. Well done. Okay, now very quickly. Could you please find which part? Find. Right, look at this. I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to give you the sound, and I want you to put a circle around the one you think you would use. So it's on the say it, draw it part where we normally just say and draw it. You're all so clever now. I'm upping the game. I'm upping it.
So what do you do?
So I'm just about to tell you. Listen again.
So look in here.
I'm going to give you a word that you're going to listen for. Then you're going to think, and you could use your board to write it down if you wanted to, but I want you to put a circle around the sound pick you think you would use for that word. The word is, I've told you, yeah? The word is duck. The sound is k. Circle the k in duck.
I did it.
Yes. Circle the k in duck. Put a circle around what you think is the I in high up. High in the sky. The I in high. Put a circle around it.
Okay.
This one.
And remember, it's high in the sky. So
There's two.
If I show you high in the sky,
This one.
now find
Both of
it.
these two. No.
So with the ones that
Sky. Sky.
Yeah, so which is the I in sky?
this show the word now.
Good girl.
So that every child is never.
Well done.
So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the words. I'm going to ask you for the sound, pick, find it, but then I'm going to show you in case you need to change it. Are you ready? The word is the number 8. Find the A. The number 8. Find the 8. Circle it before I do it.
Found it.
There's the word. Can you circle that one if you didn't circle? Show it now. So Mrs. Corey, if you just watch me for this one, because this is a really good one for people who have been using the posters and now are ready for a lot more. Are you ready? The next one is, the word is whip. I'm going to whip up the, what would I whip? I'm going to Oh no, but I can't whip a horse even saying it.
How about we whip the batter?
Yes, whip the batter. Whip. I'm going to whip it up. Quick, find the word.
I found it.
Find the word quick before I write the words. So then the teacher puts it on the board so they can see it. And just check, did you circle that one?
Yes, already.
Are you ready? So it means that the children who can do it before me, and if we need more help, it doesn't matter because we're putting it up there. So all brain, we're mixing it in all brain. Last one, ready? The word.
Mary.
The word is. The word is giant. The sound is j. Find the sound pick for j. Quick before I write on the board, j. J, giant. Where's the sound pick? And if you're not sure, have a look at the words, work it out, and then circle it.
Max and Dallas, because you're not joining the conversation, right? Turn your body, Max. What are you
Do you know what? I'm so
Did you find it, Mary? The j in giant? Did you circle it?
Do you show the camera?
Fruit break's finished, Mary.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do one last one because I
Good
don't
job,
think anyone's
Alfie.
going to guess. Because it's in the blue level.
So look for the blue level, Ella.
The word is stare at the bear. Stare, and I want the air. Quick before I write it, stare.
Oh, I just found it. I did it.
What one's that you circled, Amy?
I copied it.
Have a look what Miss look what Miss Emma's got.
Did you find it?
Did you find it?
Oh, it's just a random and just fantastic. Right, are you ready? This one.
Well
Let me
done.
show teachers what we could do on this one. Here. I would like you, as quick as you can, to find this word. I'm only going to give you the sounds. Ready? Steady. Itten.
Green.
Are you ready? Up. Come on, let's see how many you get. You've got no time to stop and look up. Keep looking at it. Are you ready? Steady. Up. Good. Itten.
Tugging.
You.
So Amy, you're finding the word down here, okay, sweetie?
Little A. August. Yes, you found it.
We can circle it.
Say how many you got? Itten to E.
Windy.
To Anne. To Anne. Bring up a word. To ow. Oh, to O. But you see, that's what happens. You sound it out, and then you think that doesn't make sense. Am I going to tow the truck? No, I'm going to tow the truck. What about gut or oop? Shay, what about gut or oop? Alfie, come on, it's the two of you. One person is just laughing on his own. Gut or oop. Do you find that one?
Yes.
It's a blue
Okay,
bird.
if you find this one,
Windy.
are you ready? If you find this one, I want you to say it and stamp it. You ready? This is only one word. The word is. Are you scanning all the words ready? Scan all the words ready? Beat. Well done, Shuri. Did you find it? Zion. Well done.
Where is it?
Well done. Beat.
Beat.
Well done. Oh, so fast. And you see, if your brain scans it, that really helps with your reading as well. So scan. Right, now we're going to turn it over. And now let's see what you're going to do. I am going to start anywhere on these chants. So you're going to scan this bit. I'm going to start anywhere, and you've got to not only find it, but then start doing it with me. So I'll know who's found it because you'll be doing it with me. Are you ready? Turn the pages over on the chants here at the top. I'm going to start anywhere. Let's see how quickly you get up with me. Ready?
Yes. What are we doing?
Steady. Scan. Scan the chart. Wait.
Lids on your pen.
Let's see where I'm going to start. Quit. Shut Oh, you're too fast. Right, you ready? Wait, scan. I'm going to start anywhere on the line. Wait, I'm going to start. You ready? Each, Okay, very quickly on the high frequency words. The helpful words. Wait.
Shay, go and sit at the back, please.
I want you to find me a word that rhymes with bad. Put a line through it. Or circle it so you can see it. Quick, something that rhymes with bad. Yeah, it's got to be out of that choice, that list of words. Sad isn't on there. You know the words on your helpful words. You know the words, so have a look at the words and see which one rhymes with bad. Yes. Right, you ready? Find a word that rhymes with tie. There might be two. My, yes. Put a circle. Oh, right, you're so good at rhyming words. So it could have been that. look at the words and keep thinking Will.
Will.
Ryan, I think you're the hot stuff at this. Hill. Is that on the helpful word though? It's got to be on the helpful
It's got
word.
to be one of the words on the chart, guys.
Right, you ready? I want you to find one that rhymes with
Monday.
hive.
Five.
Yes. Are you ready? I want you to find one that rhymes with mold.
Cold.
Is it on there? Is it on there?
Olivia.
Find one that rhymes with book. Yes, you're getting to see how quickly it takes your brain to figure it out. That's brilliant. Well done. Where's look? Did you find it? Oh, look. Where's look not in there as well? Look should be in there. That's brilliant. Okay, really good. And so what we're going to keep doing is keep finding different ways to stimulate your brain. How do you spell brain? Write it with the spelling strategy. Quick.
Do it on your board.
Just on your board, quick. Quick, show the camera, quick. I love that you did it with your lines. I love it when you did it with your lines. Look at Alaska and Michael's.
I did it, but my whiteboard wasn't working.
Well done. Okay, ready? Oh, and very quickly, I was on the airplane. I was on the airplane. Look this way. I was on the airplane and I was looking at this word. What do you think I knew? If I was going to tell these children in Marinda, who are actually brilliant anyway, I was thinking, how would I explain to those children what this word is? Fasten, but what do you think it is? Have you heard of fasten your seatbelt?
Yes, it's fast. Yes, it's fast.
Oh, right, but what about if my seatbelt? Yes, what do I do? So we know what it means, fasten. What do we say? So where does this split? Yes, and some people go fasten. In which case you would put those together. I would go fasten.
That's fasten.
Or fasten, yeah. But yeah, so you say fasten. That's what we say, isn't it? How we say it, we work it out. Just underline the suffix for fasten.
So write it and underline
And underline them how you say it. So if you say fasten and you don't hear the at all, you might put the E and the N together. Fasten.
I see.
Fasten. Fasten your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt. Fasten. Fasten. How do you say Mrs. Cicerago? Fasten. Yes. But I've never seen fasten together. Now, let me, just before I do something, I want to have a look at a fantastic word that, Mrs. Cicerago told me that somebody found. I wonder if anyone can read it first of all.
Guidelines.
Guidelines. What can we hear in guidelines? Show me your hands. Wait.
Well, let's do it together with stuck hands.
Guidelines. Good.
There's two eyes.
Amy.
Cameron, could you just have a look at Michael because this is one that he looked at. So guidelines. So we were thinking good. Oh, hold on. So we're thinking, where do we split it? Where's the good?
It's full.
Where's the good? What do you think? Well, what Michael thought first of all, and I love the way he processed this. Good. He put this for the good, and then what did you think? Then he thought guy. Who saw the blue leather sandwich?
Me.
Too clever. Lines. And then I thought, that is a good way to look at it. And then I thought,
Oh, you're not listening. What a shame, Alaska.
but then I God, as in I'd lines. I think that's a blue level sandwich. So then I thought,
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
how about if that was the I?
Shade. How rude.
Then that would, what would that be?
Good.
Good. You found a new good.
What?
Good.
But what if it's
I'd. Good. I'd. All. I.
You good. What?
Mm. Oh, goodness me.
You forgot your 2 lines.
Which one?
4 and 7.
Oh, yes, well done. Oh, 4 and 7, yes. Good job for you here, isn't it? Honestly, because I'm always making mistakes, aren't I? And that's what I tell teachers all the time. I say, I'm not the one who's got all the knowledge. They've got more than me half the time. So we've got guidelines. Look at that, how we would teach them to read it. And then I thought, well, Michael, could you please go and look in the good cloud and see if that GU is in the good, because you might have discovered some new
It's
one.
not. It's just that it's not. It's not.
Well, Michael, come and show the camera so that the camera can see you looking at the gut.
I can see it from here.
You might need to stand on a little thing and put the gut up there.
That's right.
Is he allowed just for now to stand on a chair?
Yes.
Stand next to him.
Just for
As long
now?
as Miss Emma's a capture before.
I
We
want
don't normally.
That's right. That's how we know.
So he did discover one. So even though he thought he discovered that one, it was even more exciting because he's discovered one. That's it. Well done. Good. Good. Now I'm going to wrap this off in a minute. I'm going to ask everybody to
Sorry,
write
Elsie.
where the sound picks are for guidelines. So I hope you were noticing because it's going on.
Ah!
Right, guidelines.
Right, guidelines and show me.
I
Thank
did
you, Michael.
it.
That was brilliant. Well detected.
The lines, the numbers.
Right, guidelines, and we want to see the
Go on.
numbers.
Done. Guidelines.
Oh, almost. I. Good. Can you all please just a nice big writing so I can see it? It's a long word.
I did.
Now I'm going to write guidelines on here because you might not remember the whole word as well.
Because I did already.
So there's the word. Now could you do it on your board, nice and clear, and show me where the sound
The
picks are.
numbers. Don't forget your numbers. Have you done it?
What I'm always wanting, Mrs. Cesarago. Mr. What I'm always wanting teachers to also realise is that I said do guidelines and that, and then I suddenly realised a lot of them won't remember how to spell that word to write it. So then I have to think, well, hold on a second here. So I'm adapting all the time. So it's not a case of I always do the right thing. Sometimes I'm thinking, always I'm thinking, what have I said? Now who's reacting who? What have you done? And now what do I do to change what I'm doing? So I've given you the words. And now you can do what I actually wanted you to do, which is to show me the sound picks.
If you can do it without the board, it's great. Just don't look up there.
Yes,
But
it's
if you
just
do need to, use it.
Show me, Elsie.
Well done. So remember how we say it?
Fantastic, mate. Good job. Doing really well.
Mrs. Esraga, can you imagine these children understanding that 7 weeks ago? 8 weeks ago?
Amazing.
I don't think. And now it's just like, you're amazing. What are you?
Amazing.
You forgot.
I did it.
Amazing.
Amazing.
What do I say?
Amazing.
Okay, so I'm going to go and sit over there somewhere. I'm going to call people if that's okay.
Interviews this week, which is week 9. The biggest thing that has come out of the interviews is the parents saying, we can't believe how quickly they've made progress. And probably 4 or 5 of the parents, all on separate occasions, have all said exactly the same thing, that they feel like there's just been this 1 week where all of a sudden the light has turned on, and it really matched what I saw in the classroom as well. So, and we could almost pinpoint that we were at exactly the same time. I even had a parent this morning saying that about 3 weeks ago it just seemed to all click with his reading, but also his behaviour, and everything sort of just came together for this little boy. And that has been a really common thread throughout all the interviews. I haven't had any parent given me any negative feedback about the program, none whatsoever. It's all been so positive. they can't believe how quickly they've learnt to read. They're really, really happy with the fact that everything they bring home they can read. I don't know how many parents have said they want to do their reading now. It's not a struggle to do their reading at night. And lots of parents saying to me their children are actually teaching them how to do it. I've had 2 parents ask me for a key ring to take home so that they can use it at home. And not just for themselves. A couple of parents who come from, they've got English as a second language, so they're using it to help themselves get better at their English and understand how their child is doing it. But yeah, so positive. Best interviews I've ever done.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So good. And I think back to the one child, who at the very beginning, that very first day, we both thought that's one who is used to, we say black, then he says white.
Yep. Yeah.
His behaviour and everything else not engaged.
That's right.
Can do, and now, he's still who he is, and we love him for it. We love that personality.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's exactly that child that I always see straight away and think that's the one who will love this.
Yes.
And who, if we didn't do this, would be the one who's acting up in year 3, not reaching his potential,
Definitely.
and actually one of again, very, very bright child.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just love it.
So I've redone a lot of the screeners that we did in week 1. So I redid the SSP placement screener for spelling and also the dictation. The dictation was an absolute blow your mind, the difference. Wow. Not only in some of them still had obviously spelling mistakes in there, but not one of them balked at writing the whole sentence. I got through all of the sentences. I remember in the first week when we did it, we had to stop after sentence 5 because it was too stressful for them.
Yeah, couldn't remember it.
And I showed the children, so we got out their week 1 and then we got out the week 9 one, and they were just laughing at themselves. They couldn't believe that's what they wrote.
And how great that you did that, because that's you seeing, you're involving them in all the process to show it's not just here am I the teacher, I can see what they've done. It's you involving the students so they can see their journey.
Yeah, very powerful for them. Yeah. Because they kept saying to me, read it how we wrote it, because it just sounded like just gobble. Read mine. So I went through that whole process with all of them, and they just...
And how lovely that they can laugh at themselves.
Yeah, they
because
did.
They see this is not, it's just they've learned since then, and that's,
As opposed to, I guess, classes that I've had before, it's don't show my work, and don't show... They were like, just put mine up there, let's see how funny it was.
Now look what I can do. And all of them...
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously we've got one who isn't here very often, so that will affect stuff.
Yeah.
But and which we'll think of next term, how to make sure that if that person's away all the time,
that's right,
she's doing stuff at home. But so that's they've all got one of those.
Yeah, so I've done these profiles. So
do the parents?
So the parents have been looking at this. This will get sent home over the holidays, but just lots of.
So the parents will get that over the holiday.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Parents will get this over the holiday, so they'll be able to see where they were at the beginning of the term and where they were at the end. So they'll get one each term, so
and
that
how
they can
wonderful.
See the progress that they've jumped.
But how much more meaningful for a parent to get that and to see it rather than a report that just says whatever for effort. General comments.
And the parents have very much been about looking for specific things that they can now work on. So instead of just saying, let's work on their reading, I've been able to speak to them now about making sure that they pronounce words clearly so that they can hear the end of the words. Or I can very clearly see now in their screeners that, like for example, Alfie and Ryan not pronouncing the word fully, and it's so clear to see that they miss those final couple of sounds. And you can see the difference when they've used their lines and when they haven't used their lines.
Well, that whole process, say the word. And if they say the word, we can hear if they're not saying it properly. Then do your duck counts. We can see if they're not splitting it correctly. Then do your spelling lines. We can see if they're not doing it. Then make your choices. So that whole process, where in that process are they falling down? Rather than just a spelling test where you've got that word where we don't know anything.
That's right. And I can pinpoint it now where that child is sort of at and the next step that they need to take.
How empowering,
great.
Yeah, and for you, and for me, it's just the fact that, you're such a natural, amazing teacher anyway, but it's just that empowering you to use what you like. The fact that you've shared it with the, that's not stuff I'm telling you. That's stuff that you naturally do as an aware teacher and someone who's really there for those kids, but it's the fact that you'll now have that systematic, I
Absolutely,
know
to put it
how
all
to do
together.
it all,
Yeah.
and where every child is struggling and what every child is doing at every second.
And look at your assessment and look at your activities and ask the question, why am I actually doing this? And what is this actually going to prove? So many assessments I've just gone.
Yeah, what's a waste of time?
It's just a waste of time. It's
See,
just
like that one
just
just
a
there.
document to put in a folder that no one's going to look
Yeah,
at.
you can't
Parents
learn
won't
from it.
understand it.
Yeah.
I'll never use it.
No, like the one I've just done just there with the reading, it's showing where that child is. So it's just a reinforcement. Really, it should be a reinforcement. They already know where they are, but really it's a way of the child to see, oh, look how far I've come.
That's right.
But also it's that, like I tried to show on the whiteboard, that as teachers we're constantly thinking, right, I'm doing this, and then you look at the children, you think, oh, hold on, I've gone too many steps. I didn't put the word on the board. So it's that and that's something that doesn't just happen, and it doesn't happen with training. It happens through doing it and being really aware, and I just think you're the best example of what I'm trying to do with all teachers. So yeah, I know it's not the end of the week, but thank you, and I won't get teary-eyed.
Don't yet.
We should really at the beginning of the term check their reading age. Unfortunately, I just didn't even think to do it. But anyway, we're at the end of this first term, we're checking their reading age, and we can again then check at the end of next term to see their progress, because we're basically tracking every single child and how they're progressing in every single element of reading and spelling. Now, the BURT test is a really good one because it really does check their decoding, their blending, and also whether they know that word. So a lot of what happens with good readers is that they will, if they see a word they have no idea from first glancing at it, they don't recognise the whole word. So what you have to do is you have to actually decode the word. You have to follow the sounds to try and work out what it could be. And then because you try it in lots of different ways, if you then hear, oh, I know that word, I've heard that word, then you know that's what the word is. You don't have to know what the word means, you just have to have heard it spoken. So there's a word that I use with teachers all the time, it's in front of you, and what I do is I say to them, please could you read this word? Now the 99% of teachers will never have used this word in everyday language, they won't know what it means, even if I put it in context they're not going to know what it means, and so what they do is what every reader does, is that they follow the sounds to see what it could be. They'll go gallimofree, gallimofree, and they keep doing that, but because they don't know what the word is, or rather they don't know how to say the word because they've not heard it spoken, then that's as far as they can go. So this test here actually checks, so what I do when I'm testing with BURT is that I do a tick to show that they've got good decoding skills, so they are following the sounds. I give a circle if they give the correct word, but I put a line through it if I actually had to help them get to that word. Now, I'm only obviously helping them get to that word if they have actually decoded. So supposing you choose the word steadiness. If a child goes steadiness, and they're trying it lots of different ways, but they just haven't done the EA as an steadiness. And to be honest, if they've heard of the word steadiness, which if you're 5, 6, 7, it's highly unlikely you're not using that kind of word all the time. But if they keep saying steadiness, steadiness, and they keep trying different ways and they don't know the word, that's when I will jump in to help them. I don't mean I'm helping them right from the beginning, but I do know that they've decoded it. They just don't know the word. So the decoding is good, just not the vocab knowledge, or rather they don't need to know the meaning. They don't know how to say the word because they've never heard of it. But this shows why we do need to have a really good oral side to our program. We need to be doing lots of talking, lots of using different words for expression, for all sorts of different words, so improving their vocab knowledge. Now, a lot of people say, well, how is this checking their reading age? Because they're not reading text and they're not comprehending. Well, this is because what this tests is the underlying skill needed to be a good reader. If you can't do this, then you aren't going to be a good reader, because you're relying on memory of whole words or guessing from the pictures or leaving words out, and that's not reading. For a child to be reading properly, they need to be able to rapidly decode, which means that they're not actually having to consciously decode, because they can see the word and they recognise it. But please don't think that teaching sight words is a quick way of getting there. It's not. Their brains have to so quickly, it's like automatic, you're driving and whatever, and you don't even think about it. So when they're looking at words, their brains are automatically doing that sounding out and saying the word, and they're not even conscious of doing any of that, because the brain so quickly looks at it, knows the word, and has moved on. So we want at least 85% of all the text to be that the brain is doing that, so that the children can actually read it and also comprehend what they're reading, visualize what they're reading, gain meaning from it, and also develop reasoning skills and that higher order thinking. So this is why this is important, because without this part, the rest of it is going to be difficult. So when I'm conducting this test, I ask them to follow the sound, say the word, and they're so used to it now. These children have had 9 weeks of doing this with a scaffolded approach. So we've started off with just 6 phonemes and rapidly decoding with those and moving up and up and up. So it'll be interesting now to see these words they've never seen before and see how they sound them out, and then whether they can find the words, especially when it comes to this page, because a lot of these words they actually won't know the words. So think of fallacious. If a child hasn't heard the word fallacious, then they're going to go or fallacious, cus, whatever. They're going to try the different ways, but they won't get to fallacious, because, well, it might do, but it's potluck if they do, because they don't know the word. So think about how you would do this. Now, at the beginning of this test, the little boy says the sounds and not the words, but he's on such a roll that I don't actually really stop him until we start to get to a few more of the difficult words where I do need to hear the sounds and the word. But also, I know this child knows all of those words at the beginning, so I just let. Now, when you're tallying up the results, what I do is that they only get a point, if you like, when they get the tick and the word circled. I don't count any of the ones where I've put a line through, so any of the ones that I've helped them come up with the final answer. But this system actually gives me a lot more information than the way that you're supposed to do BURT, which is literally just let them say the word, because I can't see if they're just guessing it so they've got it, or whether or if they have said it incorrectly. Why? What part of the code have they said incorrectly? Or I just need to know every single aspect of what the children are doing, what their brains are doing, how they're processing the information, because that's the way that we can then see how to help them.
What's that say? Shads? It says shads. Well done. Okay, so on this one, instead of how would you follow the sounds on that one? Show me.
2.
Yes. So I'm going to go tick, circle, because you did the sounds and you did the word.
4.
What about this one?
It's up, in, at, 4, I, sun, 1, of, big, some, is, and, went.
Don't forget to say the word as well. Went.
Boys, at that, girl, water, just, day, wet, pot, things, no, to, of, love, now, sad, nurse, carry, quickly, village, school, bottle, scrambled, journey, terror, to earn, return, twist,
What?
twisted,
Yes.
shelved, but even where, beware. Explode. Oh no. Projecting. Tangent.
Good try. What else might it be?
Tangy.
Keep going.
Tangy.
So what might it be? Tungu. Tungu.
Tangy.
Yeah. So what word might it be?
Tangy.
If I told you it was tongue.
Tongue.
That's a funny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tongue. Oh, hold on. So I think we found a new sandpit sandwich. That's a new sandpit. So where's the sound? What letters are for the sound?
That one and that one?
So what's the the whole of the
That one.
Yeah, N-G-U-E. Go and have a look in the cloud if the N-G-U-E is in there and come back and tell me. Quick! N-G-U-E in the cloud. See how quick he is?
Squirrel away.
Is it in there?
Which one?
In the NG cloud, in the cloud. In the one with ring.
What that is?
So check if it's a N-G-U-E in the cloud. In the cloud, the NG.
So cute.
Just checking. Actually, could you just come and have a look at him?
Yeah. Oh. Damn. Oh, sorry, your paper flew on the floor, Shade. Did you get it? I'll get it for you. Good boy. You're very clever, aren't you? Okay. Do you like reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favourite books to read?
My favorite book is the
Dragon
Dragon one.
The dragon one.
Where are we up to?
The tongue.
Series.
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 Have a think?
Series.
Almost? You're sounding it brilliantly. What about I'm being very
Serious.
Amazing! Domineer.
Obtain.
Yes? What's the word?
Obtain.
Obtain, that means I obtained something, so I got something, like I obtained.
Believe.
Now, is it belief or belief?
Belief. Luncheon.
Yes! Luncheon. What's luncheon? Do you have luncheon meat at home? Pink. No?
Amaranki.
Have a look at it again. Don't look at me. Look at the word.
Amaranki.
Keep going. What if that was an
Amaranki.
What else could that be?
Genki.
Emergency. What about a C?
Emergency. Emergency.
Did you hear it then?
Yeah.
What was the word?
Emergency.
And can you recognise that word? It's a bit.
Emergency.
It's a quick. There's an
Emergency.
Yeah, there's an emergency. Have you heard of that word? Emergency.
Yeah.
Yes? So that's what you have to keep doing. Just keep trying until you hear the right one. So I'll give you a little light there with a line through, which means I helped you. That was brilliant sounding though. Fantastic. You were there. You just didn't quite hear that it was emergency. What's this one?
Events. Steadiness.
Steady.
Steadiness.
Yeah.
Nourishment. Nourishment.
Nourishment. Just because you haven't heard the word a lot. What's that one?
Finch.
What is it?
Finch.
Yes.
Formaltile.
Yeah. Formulate. Well done.
Scarcely.
Yes. Scarcely.
Universal. Commenced.
You are so clever. Overwhelmed. Have you heard that word before?
No.
But you sounded it brilliantly. You just didn't know the word. Overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. It's just kind of, it's too much.
Customers.
Good try. You did that right there.
Circumstance.
Have you heard of circumstances?
No.
What about this one?
Destiny. Destiny.
Yes.
Urge.
Labourers. Well done.
Labourers.
Have you heard of that word before?
No.
Again, it's just the word, isn't it?
Exhausted. Exhausted.
Trudging. Yes, that was right.
Refrigerator.
Yes! Melodrama. Do you ever heard of that word before?
No.
But again, you see, even though I didn't know the word, it sounded it right, so I gave him a tick. But really, what we need to do is look at how we say it. It doesn't really matter if he doesn't know what it means, but what matters is that he's heard it said. Nobody's got this one. This is something we used to have when I was little that had lots of facts in it. It's a big book.
Encyclopedia.
Well done. Encyclopedia. That's an E. Yes. Pedia. Encyclopedia. I'm going to put a little line on that and then ask you that later on. Encyclopedia. It's like a big book. It's got all the facts in it.
Encyclopedia. Apprehend. Motorless.
Now I think we're going to look at that, and that's a shun.
Motionless.
Brilliant.
Ultimate.
Yeah, ultimate.
Atmosphere.
Brilliant. Oh, it's that again.
Reputation. Binocular.
Economy. Yes, that's right. Economy.
Theory.
Yes. Humanity or
Humanity.
oh, yep.
Philosopher. Philosopher. Contemptuous.
Contemptuous. That's a chewous. Contemptuous. I'm going to give you that one.
Autobiography.
Have a look again.
Autobiography.
That's a bi.
Autobiography.
Yahoo! Nice sounding. Excessively. I got it. Excessively. It's just a different one to say, but I'm actually going to give you that one because with a little line through.
Champion.
Good try.
Champion.
Champagne. Have you heard of champagne? No, you haven't heard of champagne. Doesn't your mummy drink champagne all the time at home? And again, look at that. Terminology. That's right. You got all of those right. That's just the odd-G at the end. I'm just going to put a great tick there for the sounding out. Terminology. Oh, good grief.
Perambulating.
Do you know, I'm going to give you that one. Perambulating. I bet you have no idea what it means. I don't think I do either.
Efficiency.
Efficiency! Do you know what that means? But you got there.
Uniquire. Unicure.
Try.
Unicure.
Unique. I'm going to give you that for great sounding out. What's this one? Perpetual. Yes.
Mercenary.
What else could it be?
Mercenary.
You did it! Even though you didn't know that was the right one because you didn't know what the word is. What's this one?
Glycerin
or glycerin or glycerin. That's right, just when I said the actual word is glycerin. So I'm going to put you that, and you actually kind of said it, so I'm going to put your little thing just there. See, most of these words you're sounding out brilliantly, but if you don't know what it means, it's really difficult to hear because you've not heard it. Sorry, not if you don't know what it means, if you've not heard it said. You don't need to know what it means if you haven't heard it said. So if I was to now, let me just show you. So I am now, just show the camera because we're already doing really, really well. So I'm going to do this. Ready? Influential, atrocious, fatigue, exorbitant, physician, microscopical, contagion, renown, hypocritical, fallacious, phlegmatic, melancholy, palpable, eccentricity, constitutionally, alienate. Physicist. I have no. Physicist. Do you know what? I'm going to give you that one because I have no idea what the other one is. I'm going to give you a big star for that because I think you did that one better than I did. Poignancy. Ingratiating, subtlety. What was that one?